Monica with B4U. I'm here with someone whose job it is to be beautiful, the stunning Miss New Jersey, Emily Shah. Welcome, Emily.
Thank you very much. Nice to see you.
So, congratulations on the success. I want to know a little bit about what it's taken to get to this point. Obviously, this wasn't your first pageant, so give me a little bit of a background.
So I started into pageantry when I was 14 years old, and I did the Donald Trump system as well, but I did it in the teen category, and I always placed top 5, and I never knew what was wrong, and the people that ran the pageant, the directors and the coaches that were, or the sponsors would always say, Emily, you look too old, and I'm like, no, I don't. I want to do the teen competition. I want to go to Miss Teen USA and fulfill my duties as Miss New Jersey Teen USA. And they were like, you know what, just come back as a Miss. And so I did, and this was my first year that I could actually compete as a Miss, and so I competed when I was 18. I just turned 19 2 days ago, so thank you. So yeah, it's been an awesome year, and I competed my first time in Miss and won, so.
Wow, and now this is something that we've seen Miss America come from a Bassi background, and now we have you, which is very encouraging. Who was the force in your life that brought you to this point, that encouraged you to be Miss New Jersey?
A lot of people. I would have to say my backbone are my parents. You know, my dad is in the industry, and I've grown up around it, so that's all I've really known is the entertainment industry. And in a way, pageantry is entertainment, and it's another form of entertainment. So while I was in school, I thought, what's one way if I'm not really doing acting, what's another way of focusing on the entertainment industry? So I went into pageantry, and I was doing acting at that time, but I just wanted to go into something else. So yeah, that's really how I started it.
The best word to describe her would be fearless. She knew she was grown up when she worked in Los Angeles as an assistant to the stunt director for Captain America. She is Emily Shah.
And I know your mom, and I know she's very supportive as a momager. And so have you felt pressure from your parents going into this, or was this something you wanted to do and mom said, I'm behind you?
You know what, she actually, this year, because I've done it 4 times before in the teen competition, I told her, I said, Mom, I want to do this again. And I was actually working on a film with Clint Eastwood on Jersey Boys, and we wrapped in the beginning of October, and the pageant was October 20th, or October 18th actually. And at that point, after the first week of October, it was only a week and a half left to the pageant. I said, well, I'm not shooting, so can I do this? And she was like, nope, we're not going to do it again. I said, please, Mom, I want to do it. Like, I mean, I always say I'm not going to come back. You know, I give up or whatever, and then pageant season comes and I get the bug again. So I was like, Mom, I got to do it. And she was like, you know what, Em, this is your last chance. I mean, if you're going to do this, you're going to do this well. And I said, yeah, I mean, I feel confident. So I went in, and yeah, they supported me. And then especially after I won, she's like, okay, I'm glad we did this.
Emily hopes one day to become a successful actress in action films. She assisted Clint Eastwood on a recent film shoot in Los Angeles and New Jersey called Jersey Boys, about Frankie Valli and the Four Seasons. Emily tells us she speaks 2 different Indian languages, and she describes her sense of style as bold. She once swam with the great white sharks without any protective gear while on vacation. From Edison, Emily Shah.
Now, how has your life changed since becoming Miss New Jersey?
I've been a lot busier. I mean, in that aspect, you know, I'm putting off school until next year. I am going to a major university and studying PR and film. So in that aspect, you know, I thought right now I would be in college, but I'm doing what I love to do, and I'm really promoting my state, and I'm getting ready for Miss USA. I'm doing a lot of charity, a lot of fashion shows, runway, photo shoots. So I'm really promoting myself in that aspect and getting ready to become an actress and having that stepping stone to becoming a public figure.
Emily Shah, Edison! Now the next award we present goes to Miss Photogenic, and that doesn't really need explaining. What girl is the most photogenic out of this group? I'm sure it's a very tough call. Oh, and I know you have your choices. Miss Photogenic goes to Emily Shah.
very common trajectory, so I think you're on the right path. Tell me how much sleep you get at night.
So last night I got about 2 hours.
Still look wonderful despite 2 hours.
Thank you. It's the makeup. It's my makeup artist. Shout out to my makeup artist. But yeah, no, last night I got 2 hours. I mean, you know, I'm up at night, but the things that I'm up about, I'm just thinking about Miss USA. I swear to God, last night I was up on Instagram looking at gowns and getting ideas. And I'm like, okay, well, I like that bodice, but I like this bottom. It's my one chance to compete. It's a statistic fact that you are more likely to have a son compete at the Super Bowl than a daughter compete at Miss USA.
Oh my gosh, you just defied statistics for your family and for our culture. So tell me what it means basically to be Miss New Jersey. What is it? What do you want to embody during this year where you reign as with this crown?
I mean, this crown, it's not, you know, they always say the power of the crown. So I do a lot of charity work, and I work with teens and young adults who are very ill or have cancer, for that matter, specifically. So it means a lot to me when I go in. I mean, if I go in as Emily Shah, they're obviously grateful for it. But when I come in the crown and banner, they're even more in awe, and they get so much more motivated. And you know, I talk to them and I say, don't give up on your dreams and don't give up, because you'll get there. It's just a matter of time. I mean, I said, you know, I know our stories are two different stories, but with a matter of time, I got to where I was. So that really means a lot to me, and it touches me and really motivates me. And I get messages every day from people, especially young Indian girls, who tell me, you know, my parents told me to do this and that, and I don't want to do that, and you help me follow my dreams. I'm like, okay, well, I'm sorry. I hope your parents aren't mad at me, but I'm happy you're happy in following your dreams.
Any specific charities that are very close to your heart, close to home?
Yeah, very, very close to me. I work with the Alicia Rose Victorious Foundation. I've been working with them since I was about 14 years old, and recently I was named their ambassador. And what this charity does is they go into pediatric hospitals and they set up lounges for teens or young adults who are still only admitted into pediatric section. So they go into these hospitals, they set up lounges with gaming systems, iPads, so that way these young adults and these teens can just get away from that environment of being in a hospital, and while they're undergoing treatment, it could be a little bit easier for them. So I work with them.
Joining our top 16 is Emily Shaw.
Emily Shaw. Emily hopes to become a successful actress one day, predominantly appearing in action films. She's assisted Clint Eastwood on his recent film shoot in Los Angeles and New Jersey, a show called Jersey Boys about Frankie Valli and the Four Seasons. Emily speaks 2 different Indian languages and describes her sense of style as bold. Emily Shaw.
Are a beautiful mix of East and West. Being raised, what was that like by a mother who's American, a dad who came from an Indian background, and then living in Edison, New Jersey? How was that?
It's a lot of fun. I'm not gonna lie, it's a lot of fun. My parents are very open-minded, so I was never forced to choose any religion. I practice both religions, both Christianity and Hinduism. It's a lot of fun. I don't know, I mean, I never really had any problems growing up. Yeah, I really did. And being especially in Edison, it was just accepted to be Indian, so it was just a cool thing. And then being half white too is also another cool aspect. So I don't know, I had a lot of fun growing up, and I grew up with my grandparents, so I know Gujarati and Hindi fluently. And then in Gujarati, okay, hum na tamara satu Gujarati ma bolu. Okay. Oh, okay, that's good enough.
I believe it.
Oh, thank you. And then actually in Edison, because we're so Indian affiliated, we have Hindi in our classes. So I took Hindi in high school and I learned how to read and write. I haven't been keeping up with that, so I kind of lost that, but I did know for about a year. I know how to read and write in Hindi, so it's pretty cool.
Emily's hometown is Edison. She's an assistant director for Warner Brothers and Marvel. She enjoys participating in dance, acting, and charity events. She says the best word to describe her would be fearless. She worked in Los Angeles as an assistant to the stunt director for Captain America, Emily Shaw.
Yeah.
So now you said your parents are in the industry, your dad's in the industry. What is your long-term goal? To be in Hollywood, to be in Bollywood, to be in both, or whatever comes your way?
When I was working with Clint Eastwood, he had told me, he said, if there's one, we were talking, and he's a really, really down-to-earth person, and he had told me, he said, if there's anything I could tell you, it's to retire early. I said, okay, I'm going to do that. And he said, I don't care what you do, just retire early. I said, okay.
What's early to you?
Well, that's what, I mean, my dad said if I'm not retired by 25, I'm not doing something right. So it's a little bit of...
What is your favorite genre? Like, what would you like to play? What type of character would you be most interested in playing?
So I'm going to be the next Bond girl. So just watch out. Yeah. No, I wish. That would be my dream role, is to be a Bond girl. I love action films, so if I could be the next Agent Salt, that would be really cool. Yeah, I would just want to be the next action actress.
All right, so being crowned a beauty queen is a moment that girls can only dream of. What were you thinking when you won?
Well, they were calling fourth runner-up, third runner-up, second runner-up, and then it was just down to me and the first runner-up. And I thought to myself, I can't be beaten again. Like, this is not going to happen. I have to win this. Like, I have to go to Miss USA. Have to win Miss USA. And I just kept, I'm also Hindu, so I was saying my prayers and my Hanuman Chalisa in my head. And I'm sitting there, like, squeezing her hands. A poor girl. She's probably like, what the heck is going on? But I was just praying and praying and praying. And they said first runner-up was the other girl. And I blacked out, but I guess my family, and from the pictures that I saw, I dropped to the floor because I was just in so much shock. And I dropped to the floor, and then I got back up. And I was like, oh my God. I thought I was gonna cry. I always pictured myself crying at a crowning moment, but I guess I was so shocked, being that I was the youngest girl out of 130 girls, that I was just in awe.
The first runner-up will assume that title. Again, the name I'm about to announce is the first runner-up. She is Catherine Gall. Emily Shah is Miss New Jersey, USA, 2014. 18-year-old Emily Shah from Edison. She's an assistant director for Warner Brothers and Marvel. She says the best word to describe her is fearless. And she says to build your life, you make sure you have to live one first. Emily Shah of Edison, heading to the Miss USA pageant, representing the Garden State.
Your head's gonna have to get bigger, honey. What is going through your mind at this moment?
I cannot wait to bring home the crown from Miss USA to New Jersey and make us proud.
We love that competitive spirit. Congratulations. Ladies, she's all yours.